Well, like I said, the weather and the rains are playing a havoc today across cities, and that's also become a big problem as we try and get through most of our guests. Dr. Rahmani continues to stay with us on the second debate as well. Let's also say good evening to Ghanshyam Tiwari, and we'll wait for the rest of our guests to arrive as well. But viewers, this is what has happened in just the last 3-4 days, last 1 week. The first incident that I want to talk about is what happened yesterday. One person was beaten up. A part of his house was set on fire. He was beaten up and thrashed by an angry, irate mob so badly that if it had not been for the police that intervened on time and rushed him to the hospital, he may not be alive today. And when the police arrived there in Jharkhand, in that place, the stone pelters, the mob turned into stone pelters and even lashed out at the police. They were so angry. Why, you ask? This man, a 55-year-old man, was a dairy worker. And there were news that there was a cow carcass found outside his house. And that allegedly angered this group of people who were ready to take away a life. Flashback to a few days before that. On a train, traveling with the family, 4 youngsters who were traveling from Delhi back to their own place after shopping for the upcoming festival of Eid. And they had an altercation with people who were there on the train, Dr. Rahmani. That altercation about a seat very quickly turned ugly. We are told that comments that were made, abuses that were hurled, were communal in nature. Let me in fact go through the details of that. 4 boys, Junaid, Hashim, Moin, Mohsin, attacked by a group of 15 people. Not one person in that coach or in that train came to their rescue. They were beaten so badly that Junaid succumbed to his injuries even before he could be taken to a hospital. Communal comments were made. Their beards were pulled, skull caps removed. It was just a fight about a seat, but it turned communal so quickly. And comments were made about what they wear, what they eat, and a life was lost. This is what has happened. On your screens were also visuals of the Deputy SP in Kashmir, in Srinagar, lynched by an angry mob, Ayub. What is happening? Where is the humanity gone? That is why we have been saying here at times now, this is not my kind of India. Ghanshyam Tiwari. This is not my kind of India. What has it come to? And let's not start with political comments at this point of time, Ghanshyam. I don't want it to right away be a political fight.
Right. It is not a political comment. What I'm saying is we can debate why minds are poisoned. But the reality is minds are poisoned. We do not know who the next mob is and who the next victim is. State after state, we are seeing 2 things. One, somewhere in societies, people think that it is all right to become a mob and beat up anybody for any reason, whatever be that reason, and beat up mercilessly. And the more these incidents repeat, the more they will become a rationale, a logic for more incidents to happen. And that they are happening in every state of the country, or many states in the country, is something that it should shake our national conscience. The governments, not just at the state level, but at the national level, should come together and give a very strong answer to this. This answer is not just law and order. It is also about building the national conscience, that who are we as Indians? Because clearly hurting any Indian for whatever reason is anti-India. If somebody finds justification in hurting any other Indian for any reason, they have to be told that you are anti-India, and someone has to build that national conscience. This is not just politicians. I think civil society, media, politicians across the country have to unite to build that national conscience.
Is that the attempt, Devashish? Devashish Jararia, a member of the IT cell of the BSP, yeah, also part of this campaign, is also with us. Devashish, let's not make it political right away.
First of all, thank you Tanvi for raising this question. You raised a very accurate and right question. First of all, are we moving forward as a society? This is the first question. That's why we raised this question of mob lynching. Mob lynching, apart from ideologies, apart from political affiliations, we, a group of youth from different ideologies, from different political affiliations, came together to raise our voice against mob lynching. See, mob lynching, you can counter that this is happening in past also, what is the new, but let's forget that. जब भी हो रहा है, कभी भी हो रहा है, अगर आज आवाज उठी है सिविल सोसाइटी से, जनता के बीच से, तो हम इसका कंसिडरेशन लेना चाहिए फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल. सो दैट्स व्हाई वी रेज्ड आवर वॉइस. हम लोगों ने 5 जून को एक प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस की और हम लोगों ने वहां एक मसौदा तैयार किया कि हम लोग एंटी मॉब लिंचिंग जो कैंपेन है उसकी स्टार्ट करेंगे और हम लोग एक सरकार के लिए एक प्रस्ताव देंगे मासूका का, मानव सुरक्षा कानून. ठीक है, हमारा प्रयास यह है कि हम सरकार की हेल्प करें. I am quoting, we are trying to help government to bring a law against mob lynching. So ये हमारा प्रोटेस्ट है और यही हमारी चाहत है कि सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट एक लॉ इनेक्ट कर दे जो कि ऐसी मोब लिंचिंग को रोक सके. That's it.
So Amit Patra, are you ready for that? Is that the solution? Because the question we are also asking tonight is, and I don't mean any specific political party, I mean state as in the government, the machinery, the administration. Has lack of stringent action emboldened this mob mentality? You can just be part of this mob, go and do this and get away. Who's going to come after you?
No, Tanvi, you are absolutely right. No form of violence can ever be justified by any government or any political party or any civil society. So naturally, this political party of ours, that is Bharatiya Janata Party, the government of Bharatiya Janata Party in the center, and none other than the Prime Minister himself, they have been quite vocal as far as any kind of violence in this country is concerned. But I believe when one tries to be selective, there is where politicization creeps in. And well, yes, if you want to have certain suggestions in policy for the government, you're welcome. This is a democratic country. But when you try to tarnish the image of the country by being selective, because I was watching your channel, Tanvi, since morning, and at 8 o'clock also I was watching your channel, and the debate was on the same tagline that you're holding the debate tonight. And I was shocked to see that on the same tagline we had certain anti-India protests taking place in Karachi in Pakistan as well. And the kind of narrative that Pakistanis were floating was there is complete breakdown of the human rights violations.
Shamit, the discussion that I want to have tonight, Shamit, the discussion that I want to have tonight, Shamit, the discussion that I want to have on this edition of the Newshour is the rise in the cases or whatever it is, the cases of lynchings that are happening right now. The way the mob is hitting out at people.
I have not questioned.
The way the mob is hitting out at people.
Let me. Prime Minister.
Tomorrow, do I have to be scared about what I eat? Do I have to be scared about what I wear? Do I have to be scared about what I say here in the studio? Because there may be a mob outside waiting to attack any one of us. Please don't give it any other color right now. It's just about that.
Tanvi, let me with all due respect state that let's not paint a picture as if there is a mob waiting in every corner of India to attack every one of us or any one of us.
Okay.
The picture is not like that. Can I complete? Why are they all mobbing me in this debate? I did not look at them. They are mobbing me here in the debate.
Social media platform for this campaign.
This is mobbing.
Every day I am
verbal mobbing that is happening right now.
Across the country.
So I surrender. I don't want to participate in verbal mobbing. So I would wait for my turn. I would not mob them, and I expect that they should not mob me verbally.
If our Prime Minister
you are seeing them. You are seeing them, Tanvi. They are verbally mobbing me right now, and these are the people who are trying to speak against
who are going to treat them?
You don't even have the courtesy of allowing me to complete my sentences. You are mobbing me over here in this debate.
And if you are
what are you trying to defend?
Deal with these specific problems, please bring a law.
My God, what is happening?
As a civil society,
okay, one at a time. One at a time. Shamit, perhaps they are attacking you right now because they are also an angry group of people, but they're not taking the matter in their own hands, and hopefully they will not punch you again. But Dr. Rahmani, this is a serious issue, Dr. Rahmani. This is a serious issue. In 1/5 of the incidents that have just taken place since 2014, cases were registered against the victims or the survivors. In 2017, there have been 20 cow terror attacks that were reported. More than, that is 75% higher than what happened in 2016, which was any which way is the worst that we've seen since 2010. These are some of the statistics that I just want to put out there.
Yes.
I can go into the state-wise breakup also.
Statistics.
In 19 of the
Yes.
29 states that we have today, incidents of lynching, most of them related to cow in the name of Gaurakshaks has happened. Dr. Rahmani, are you being selective in your outrage?
Since 2015 till today, it is 27 lynchings altogether. And I'm not talking on the communal lines of whether it is the Akhlaq or it is Junaid or there are people who in Una, the Dalits, in total 27 lynchings has been done, and none except Junaid, none has been given any compensation by the state government or the union government. Culprits are not being booked and the cases are not being framed. That's why the pace of lynching is increasing day by day. And you have seen this month, this June 2017, the 7 lynchings have been just because there is an encouragement by the establishment, by the government, by not giving them any punishment, by not booking the culprits, by not announcing the ex gratia amount to the culprits.
Shambit Patra, that's the charge. Shambit Patra, you're in government. Don't get defensive, Shambit Patra. This is not, I am not even going into the politics of where BJP comes from or where the Congress party comes from or any other rival party comes from. You're in government, you're in power, Shambit Patra. Ensuring that there is justice done and people are protected is on to you.
Tanvi, in this case of Junaid also, we see that people have been arrested and the cases have started.
One week later.
And that too,
one week.
One person.
Allow me to speak or allow Mr. Rahmani to speak. I do not want a kind of...
Dr. Rahmani,
speak. I have no issue.
Dr. Rahmani, please, hold on a minute. Shambit, we've been asking every single day. I don't know what would have happened if the pressure had not been there. If media had not been chasing the state and the police left, right and center for the past 1 week. It took them 1 week to arrest 4 people. There was 1 suspect otherwise. And we spoke to the GRP, the railway police on ground as well. They had absolutely no idea and they didn't care at all. They just couldn't care less. That was the attitude we saw.
They said
let him speak.
In the parliament.
Let him
in the
speak.
parliament.
No, why, Mr. Rahmani, why I tell it is selective?
Dr. Rahmani, please hold on a minute. Dr. Rahmani,
who was lynched?
Dr. Rahmani, I've made a point. I'm sure you agree with the point I've made. Would you not want to listen to what Shambit has to respond to that? Let's listen into Shambit Patra. What his response is. Yes.
No, you have to be aware of the fact as to why it took 1 week for the arrests that were made in this case. Because the Sinacht, what you call the identification parade could not take place. They could not be identified by the victims. And that's the reason as to why the legalities were followed and finally the arrest was made. Had the legalities not been followed, the very same people would have been shouting, that why did you arrest the wrong... No, you are no judge, sir, don't shout over here. What about Muhammad Ayub Pandit? What about Mr. Muhammad Ayub Pandit? Why are you so selective over here? And why paint this country as a country where every Muslim is being hurt by Hindus? This is absolutely wrong. You are trying to make a Hindu-Muslim narrative and even collaborating with Pakistan to sell the same narrative in Pakistan as well, Mr. Rahmani. Why is this happening in Karachi? Why do we have such kind of things? Exactly the same tag and similar narrative taking place in Karachi, same protest taking place in Karachi. So some people over here, the likes of Ajam Khan and the likes of Mr. Rahmani, collaborating with Pakistan to see to it that India's name is demeaned in Pakistan as well.
You are running? What kind of government is
okay, Dr. Rahmani, please calm down.
Mr. Rahmani,
Dr. Rahmani, please calm down. Dr. Rahmani, you both can go on fighting amongst yourselves. This is not going to go anywhere. This is not going to go anywhere. Understand that there is anger in the people today. People are concerned.
Not about any other country.
I am going to request both of you gentlemen to take a deep breath. Please drink some water, both. Shambit and Dr. Rahmani, please do that. Please do that. I request you. Let's not do this.
Can I come in?
Yes. Devashi, you are in the same studio, so I hope you are able to make a point between these two fighting and going.
Because our government is
exactly. It is not about Pakistan or any other country. It is about our own country and about our own people. Here, very simple thing is that we are just demanding a law. We are demanding a law. if in this country there is a law about on corruption, Lokpal bill can be laid down in this country. If
should Azam Khan be arrested? Can Azam Khan be arrested?
This question
you are diverting the debate. Sir, you are diverting the debate.
Agree with us?
Please don't divert the
Shobit,
debate.
where are you going? Shobit Patra, where are you going? Why are we speaking about Azam Khan still? We debated that for half hour. Why are we not talking about what's happening otherwise in our country?
No, the selectiveness of some...
Selectiveness of what? People have died. That is the reality.
I'm just talking about...
People have died. That is the reality. They have died at the hands of an angry mob. That is the reality. They've been lynched.
Yes, and that was wrong. That was wrong, Tanvi.
Where is the Chief Minister of Haryana? Where is the Chief Minister of Haryana? Why didn't he go rushing to meet Junaid's family? Where is the Chief Minister of Rajasthan? Did she go rushing to meet Pehlu Khan's family? What are the netas the Chief Minister is doing? We tracked down the Chief Minister of Jharkhand, Shambit Patra. In Jharkhand, not today. The last time lynchings happened, they weren't even supposed to be communal in nature. The Chief Minister was missing. We tracked him down. We confronted him.
No.
What are the netas doing then?
See, in Jharkhand, it was not a communal issue.
It was not a communal issue. It's still a lynching. Exactly my point.
Did a good job by killing such people.
Dr. Rahmani, please, let's have a debate where people can understand what others are saying.
How can we debate with Mr. Rahmani shouting?
Dr. Rahmani, not fair. Dr. Rahmani, come on now. I have given you time to put your point across. I am asking certain questions. Please allow at least Shambit to respond to my questions. Please. I will come to you, Dr.
You are absolutely right. Tanvi, we are all in a civil society. No civil society should allow any kind of irresponsible act.
So what's the solution?
No, let them speak. So how do I speak? Everyone speaks over me. So I would rather allow others to speak and I would not mob them. They should not mob me. If they allow me to speak, I would speak. Number one, the solution is the law and order situation has to prevail and has to take over wherever there is lawlessness, and that is what the government in the center has said. That is the government in Haryana is working towards. And in Jharkhand, for God's sake, it is not a communal incident. Let's not communalize what was not.
I am not communalizing it. Exactly my point.
Exactly.
In fact, I am trying to tell you, and I am trying to tell that let's rise above the communal angle and say lynching by itself is not humane. And it should not be okay in any society that this is happening. Ganjam Tiwari.
That's what we are trying to say. In the country, the people were not Muslims.
Please take a deep breath, sir. Have some water. Don't shout like this.
Ganjam Tiwari.
If you clearly hear Sambit, there is no sense of accountability or sense of empathy in what Sambit is saying. Where is the moral leadership? You said you are the champions of Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas. Gandhi taught the country Satyagraha. Why is Amit Shah not sitting on Satyagraha demanding unity in society? Yes, you would want to go there. You can debate on that till the cows come home and somebody dies. But the reality is, we are talking on an issue. If you are not serious on this issue, you can go and trumpet what you want to trumpet. I'm asking a simple question. Where is the moral leadership?
You have no right.
Why is the Prime Minister not addressing this issue head on?
Why is Mr. Mulayam Singh not speaking about Azam Khan tonight? Why is Mulayam Singh Yadav supporting the likes of Gayatri Prajapati, who is a rapist? Yesterday, Mulayam Singh Yadav goes and meets Gayatri Prajapati. And he said that Mr. Gayatri Prajapati is not a rapist. So naturally, you cannot take a high moral ground today over here. You are the architect of some of the worst riots that took place in Uttar Pradesh. After Yogi Adityanath's government came in Uttar Pradesh.
Sambit Patra, you have no accountability. You are only attesting in the eyes of viewers that you and your government has no sympathy, no empathy, no accountability. You want to blame everybody else but yourself. It is your ideology that poisoned the minds of people. The more you say Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas, the more people have to die. Please stop telling Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas.
Okay.
Keep telling Hindu Rashtra. This will be honest. People will not die.
All right, gentlemen. All right. Please, everybody calm down, please. I know Anand's not here to outshout all of you and to calm you down, but please, listen to me also. Listen to me. Come on now. The issue here at hand, is it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether there were lynchings earlier or not. The fact is, it is happening today. And if it is happening today in any society, society, it should not be acceptable.
10-second point.
It is time for all of you to stop bickering amongst yourselves and actually join hands and go out there and meet those people, those families who've lost their beloved, and understand what went wrong. That is the point. The organizers of Not In My Name may have some propaganda people, but those who have joined them in that campaign across cities in our country today have a point to make. And netas need to wake up and smell the coffee and decide what has to be done to bring an end to this ugly, ugly truth that we are witnessing today. On that note, I'm going to wrap up this debate. I thank you all for joining us.
The News Hour at 10 will be right